Mr. Radosha's, because his is adding on something to Ms. Band's, and then we'll see if it substitutes for the vote of no action of the selectmen. So first the voting on Mr. Radosha's, which, yes, sir. I have Mr. Radosha's substitute motion and Ms. Band's substitute motion. Throw it away. Throw it away. There's no name on it, toss it. Well, who's the name? Yeah, the only substitutes I have, Mr. McCory, are Carol Bands, where she has penciled in the word gas-powered leaf blow, the use of all gas-powered leaf blowers, and Mr. Radosha's, where he's taken hers and added banning them between May 15th and October 15th. Mr.
Sorry, Mr.
Good,
Moderator.
excuse me, Mr. Good, do you have either of those electronically?
Just to clarify, Mr. Moderator, I have a signed
Yeah, but who
amendment, but the signature is unlegible to me. So,
well, what is it? It's those are the only two I have, Hugh. There's no name up the top where
it
it
would be
says
helpful
I.
if you could display it.
Let me see it. What he was looking at was Miss Band's one she didn't submit. Now, what's your point of order?
What's before us has been what's
There's been.
What's before us is what's been spoken to at the podium. If it's on the seat, it's not relevant unless it's introduced, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. The only two I have are the two that we've been speaking about, Mr. Radosha's with the prohibition of time, and Ms. Band's without the prohibition of time. All right, all in favor of Mr. Radosha's substitute motion, please say yes. Yes. Opposed? No. My opinion, that is a negative vote. Okay. All in favor of Mr. Radosha's substitute motion, please rise. Same tellers. Sir, Mr. Wagner, you have been dubbed as teller for that section. Do you swear you're going to do the right thing? That section right there. Yep. Thank you, Mr. O'Connor. Mr. Dunn. 4 up front. Mr. Schlickman. 12. Mr. O'Connor. How many? 27. Mr. Wagner. 23. 18. All right, all opposed to Mr. Radosha's motion, please rise. His name. Excuse me, 8 up front. Mr. Schlickman, 19 on the right. 22. 15. Mr. Horowitz? 17. 81. I was wrong. It is in the affirmative, 84 to 81. All right. So it is an affirmative vote on Mr. Radosha's. So now we're going to vote on Ms. Bands as substituted by Mr. Radosha. Actually, we're going to vote on, how are we going to do this? That's interesting. What's that? Yeah, I think it is moot. Yeah. Now we're just going to vote as substituted. What? I guess we did, but it's moot because they want to have the time limits. No, wait, I get to think about this. You can't just yell shit out. Oh. Sorry. Sorry. All right, we're going to substitute Mr. You can either vote, yes, expletive deleted. Mr. Hayner, what purpose do you raise your hand? Excuse me? It's an expletive deleted. I'm looking at it, and I believe that Ms. Band's motion, substitute motion, is moot, as we voted to ban leaf blowers between May 15th and October 8th, 15th. We're substituting. But now we're going to take the vote whether or not we want to substitute it for no action.
Mr. Moderator, Bill Hayner from Precinct 2. We had a substitute motion. Substitute
We have
means
two.
by definition, means to replace in its entirety.
We have two substitutes. They're both substitutes. If you look at your piece of paper, they're both substitutes. I know.
Mr. Moderator,
If you don't like the outcome, vote reconsideration.
or a challenge to the chair. Thank you.
Now you can't challenge the chair. You cannot challenge the chair by the mass law. You have no right to challenge the chair. All right, so we're going to vote Mr. Radosha's as substituted for the Board of Selectmen. All in favor of Mr. Radosha's substitute, please. We're going to vote to substitute it right now. Then we're going to vote. No, we voted to substitute. Now we're going to vote on it. Oh, man, you guys are getting me confused. Yes, sir.
Mr. Moderator, Gordon Jameson, Precinct 12. I distinctly got the impression that we were going to vote one first and one the second,
All right,
and
we'll
that
do
the
it.
first one was going to be
And
one.
what if they both win?
Well,
What if they both win?
is it possible to approve one?
And not the other?
Well, I mean, you're doing. My understanding is what you are doing is there's a choice here still before the floor
Yes.
of a 5-month period of banning or a 12-month period of banning, or of course no action.
Right.
And if I understand correctly, the course that you are taking is a priori removing the 12-month option from the floor.
You just voted to do that.
That wasn't the understanding of the vote as presented to the
All right,
floor.
fine. All in favor of Ms. Band's substitute motion, please say yes. Yes. All opposed? No. My opinion, it is defeated. Now we're going to vote on the Board of Selectmen as substituted by Mr. Radosha. All in favor, please say yes. Yes. Opposed? No. My opinion, that's defeated. Same tellers. We're voting whether or not we want to substitute. All in favor of banning leaf blowers, it's as substituted. This is the final vote. Right, we are voting on the final vote. We just voted down Ms. Band's 12-month ban. We are now voting whether or not we are going to go with the partial year ban as the bylaw for the town of Arlington. We're no more substituting this as substituted. This is our final vote. If you vote this, you can't use them anytime between May 15th and October 15th. Is that clear? Yes, good. All in favor of the partial ban, please rise. Up front? Three. I said a bad word. Sorry. Mr. Schlickman? 15. Mr. O'Connor? 33. Mr. Wagner? 25. Mr. Horowitz? 19. All in favor of no ban, please rise. All opposed, please rise. I'm not going to try and say anything. They got me confused. $95. Passed. Up front? 9. 17 from Mr. O'Connor. Mr. Schlickman? 20. Mr. Wagner? 22. Mr. Horowitz? 17. $85. The vote is in the affirmative, 95 to 85. Mr. Tosti.
I would like to move to take the budgets, Article 40. Okay.